The Niners have the best running back committee in the NFC West. The Niners are a running back by committee team, and going into last year, I think they were getting some love as having the best running back committee in the league. They've had some injury issues. Where do they stack up?
You're getting a lot of static for some reason, Grant.
Really?
On your end. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
I can hear you clearly. You're just having some static.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me unplug and plug back in and see what.
I can't hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that sounds
okay.
normal.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
I think I need all new equipment. I think I've just ran all this stuff into the ground the last year, using it 8 times a day. Anyway,
You're muted.
Do the 49ers have the best running back committee in the NFC West?
No, I don't think they do. I think that the only team that I could say comfortably that they're better than is the Arizona Cardinals, and that's because I don't believe the Arizona Cardinals have a very good running back core at all. I like Chase Edmonds, but I don't like Chase Edmonds as your starting number one running back. I'm not a big James Conner fan. I've never been a big James Conner fan, even when he was, touted as the next Le'Veon Bell, and they don't need Le'Veon Bell. I think he's a fine player. I'm not saying that, but I don't think he can be a guy you rely on to run the ball 200 times, 250, 200, 300 times in a season. So I would not go with them. I would go with them at 4th. I'd probably have the Niners 3rd, to be honest. And part of the reason I have them 3rd is because I don't think they have a real number one running back. Like, everybody thinks that Trey Sermon will just immediately be that guy, and I like Trey Sermon a lot. He's really explosive. He has good vision. He's a powerful runner, but there's other proven running backs in this division, and I can't go with that. Raheem Mostert, I have questions about his injury history. I think they have 4 or 5. It's like the receiver 3 situation. They have 4 or 5 guys who are similar, and one of them could be their guy. But until I see one of them be their actual running back 1, it's tough to say, if this can be a Patriots situation where one game Michelle goes off, one game Burkhead goes off, just because if you look at even 2019 when they had the running back by committee, it was more so a running back by part of the season than individual games, right? The first half of the season was Breida and Coleman. The second half of the season was Mostert and Coleman. And Breida was nowhere to be found in the second half of the season. Mostert was nowhere to be found in the first half of the season. So they did have a guy that they ran with. It wasn't, okay, this game's a Mostert game. This game's a Breida game. This game's a Coleman game. It wasn't really like that. And so, even the playoffs, right? Mostert had his big game because Coleman was hurt, and Coleman had his big game because Mostert got hurt in the Vikings game. So I look at it as I think they need to have that guy for me to go with them. I would have the Seahawks too. I think Chris Carson is one of the most underrated players in the NFL. He's a really, really good running back. I think Rashad Penny is going to come back, and he's a solid number 2. I don't think DJ Dallas is that bad. I actually think as a number 3 running back, him and Travis Homer are pretty fine. So I would have them at 2. And then at 1, I would go with the Rams. And I go with the Rams because this is a situation like the DeAndre Hopkins situation. I think that they have the best running back in the NFC West in Cam Akers. I'm a big Cam Akers fan. I love the way they finished the season. I think Cam Akers is going to I think he's going to create a name for himself next year. I don't think a lot of people realize how good he is. He has great contact balance, great vision. He's faster than people want to give credit for. I think he's the most gifted running back in the NFC West right now, and I think he's the best running back in the NFC West.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. I will get a new mic. Is it sounding okay? Is it okay now?
Yeah, it sounds perfect now.
Hey, man, you made a really good, compelling argument. I got no beef with that. Cam Akers is a hell of a player. Trey Sermon's got a lot to prove before he takes Cam's spot. And I do like Carson a lot. He needs a fast change of pace back, and that's Penny. Penny's important. Penny's explosive.
Penny's a home run hitter.